Hello, and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle, and I am doing a reading in honor of the super full moon lunar eclipse today. Today, or depending on where you are in the world, tomorrow, which might be today for you. Anyway, yeah, really feeling this one. This is a big one. I was kind of listening to what other people had to say about it. This is a full moon in Pisces. Um, Pisces in the North Node. North Node is about kind of destiny, what you're working toward. Um, and it's really about cleansing, cleaning out, letting go, releasing, which is really interesting because the reading that I did a couple days ago for the weekly collective reading was all about that. So it's pretty amazing to me. And so it's not only like there's definitely an emotional aspect to this, kind of a deep dive, clearing out all the stuff. I don't know about you, but I feel like I've been wrung out. It's- and it just keeps coming. It's so intense. Um, but it made me think about, like, when we have a sponge, for example, like we want to wring out the water that's in there because if we don't, then that water stays in there and it gets stagnant, and it grows bacteria and all the stuff. And so you want to, like, like, get it out. So that's a big part of it. Doing going within, doing the shadow work, like getting into those deep dark crevices that we don't normally, and really like shining a light on things, and lifting that rug and sweeping out, like we're not sweeping stuff under the rug anymore. And if we continue to try that, we're going to have very physical, real repercussions of because of doing that. And then this is also about physical cleaning, cleaning our space, decluttering, getting rid of stuff, um, things that we may have never thought we wanted to get rid of or move on. Suddenly it's like, yeah, okay, it's time to clear the energy, clear the air. And this is a reset. In a sense, but it's like, because of it being an eclipse, it's a very kind of it's a longer process. It's not just a one and done. It's kind of tackling things as they come up into our awareness. And there's Lioness, kitty cat. Good morning, beautiful. I'm so glad you're here. Um, and and so, anyway, I wanted to do a spread for a reading for this lunar eclipse, and I felt guided. I've been feeling for a while like I wanted to read my something from my Rumi pocket reader. So I'm going to start with a Rumi quote. Um, no idea what's going to come out. I'm doing this randomly, so let's see. Pearl of the heart. On the back of the donkey are the goods and the money, but the pearl of your heart is the investment which supports 100 donkeys. Oh, on the back of the donkey are the goods and the money, but the pearl of your heart is the investment which supports 100 donkeys. So a part of this cleaning out is getting to that core, that pearl within you that is actually going to help support you, and help bring in and create more abundance for you. Um, so it's really, it's a lot of work and it's very intense, but then the payoff is incredible. So, all right. um, this part I didn't really think about. What deck? What deck do I want to use? I think I'm going to go with the Voyager Tarot. So, okay. So, first of all, looking at what what is life looking like at this moment? What's going on currently? Three of Cups, love. That's a nice place to start. um yeah, okay, so I'm going to pick one card from this deck for each of the questions and then I will clarify. I think with oracle cards. Okay, so where let's see. How am I doing this? Yeah. Okay. So where do you need to look to find the truth in your life? Magician, which is Virgo and Gemini energy. Something your intuition is whispering to you. And yes, the intuition whispers. That's how you know. If you have something yelling at you in your mind, most likely that's the ego. The intuition is very quiet, but also very persistent. It's that it's that inner nudge. And it's that part of you that is like, in a sense, it's kind of fearless. It's like, do the thing, do the thing. Doesn't matter. Don't worry. Don't worry about how you're gonna do it. Just start. Whereas when the fear kicks up and it's like, I don't know if I can do this, that's the ego. Because that's when you're like, it might not be safe, and the ego wants to keep us safe. Anyway, um, Mojo Tarot is here and the sun. Good morning, you guys. Okay, so something your intuition is whispering to you. We've got the Five of Wands, oppression. Something you can set in motion for your future. Seven of Worlds, breakthrough. Yes. Higher information coming through for you. Six of Wands, trust. And how this lunar eclipse will change you. Two of Worlds, reflection. Okay. Yes. This is feeling good. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I think I'm going with the Queen of the Moon oracle for this first one. So we've got life at this moment. Love. Three of Cups. Clarified by beauty. Number 20. Blossoming. 33. And growth. Number 5. Wow. Okay. I mean, this is a really great start. This is I love this because this is the foundation that we are building from, that we are starting with. Love for ourselves, exactly who we are, the deepest part of ourselves. We all have our stuff. We're human. We make mistakes. We, you know, We say things, we do things that in the moment it just comes out, and then we look back and we're like, "Oh my god, where did that come from? Oh, who's that?" We've all got our stuff. And this is kind of getting down below the surface. Like, with this whole what I was just talking about with this whole lunar eclipse, we're cleansing, we're clearing away, we're getting down to that essence, to the beauty within that we all have. All, I don't know, most. To be very careful. um, I don't know. I want to say that we do because in the end we're all energy. And even those of us, those that are in the deepest darkest place of ourselves, those people and beings who want to dwell in the darkness, that's still a part of it's still a part of that same coin, two sides of the same coin, the dark and the light. It's all in the end it's all energy. Sort of like if you think about like dark matter. It's anyway, get off my soapbox. Yeah, and so this is this is about that inner beauty. And got triple threes here as well. We have this blossoming and growth. It's like as you clear things away, as you get down to the core, that's when you get to that pearl, right? That's when you're able to focus on what you truly love. It's not covered up by all the stuff anymore, by all the distractions and, like clutter and physical stuff around us. It traps the energy. And it's like as we clear that away, it allows something to bloom, to come forth. I'm also getting like fertilizer, like, all the stuff that's there. We can take it, and rather than having it sit there and fester, we can till it in to our our emotional soil. And something beautiful can grow from that. And see, she's holding the timepiece. This is something that it takes time to clear away, to get down in, to do that tilling. And this is a very emotional time. Everyone's going to be feeling this to one extent or another. Those of us with a fair amount of water in our chart are feeling it especially especially intensely. But it's really, it's healing, and it's that water that comes in, and it it provides that nutrient, that element that is needed for the growth. And this all comes back to loving oneself, loving exactly where you're at, um, loving, focusing on what kind of love you want to cultivate too. Let's see how, meaning what you want, like what do you love that you want to have more of. So gratitude can come in handy with this. Okay, so so where to look to find the truth in your life? We have the magician. I'm gonna go with the gateway of light activation. Lord Kawid Abdul is here. Hello. Glad you made it. Thank you. The central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. And stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation vortex. What does the magician do? It's all about manifestation. So, so where to look to find the truth in your life is where you want to be abundant, even if you're not physically experiencing that. Wherever maybe looking at where you have had success or where you do feel successful. We all have things, but it's so easy to overlook if we have a bigger thing that's distracting us that we don't have. This is about focusing on what is there, what is shining and illuminated. The scarab beetle. This is also a very spiritual time of spiritual. A lot of people are having kind of going through spiritual cleansing, spiritual awakening, um, getting into spiritual shape and embracing that sensitive side of yourself. We all have it. It's just that a lot of us have been taught to stuff it down, to ignore it because that we're taught that that's our weakness. And actually that's where our strength can come from. That's the pearl. Being unique to who you are. Living with grace. Allowing yourself that space to be who you are in all of your imperfectness. And focusing on that infinite potential. Your truth has to do with the fact that you are a spiritual being having a human experience and knowing that it's like learning that you have way more power. You are way more powerful than you even realize. And using that to manifest what it is that you want. Um, it's not just about manifesting the stuff. I want the money, I want the car, I want the house. This is about manifesting the feeling that those things are going to bring you. You want to feel stable, supported, loved, nurtured, freedom to do what you want, to be able to give back, to we all have, there's a million different things, billions of different things because of there's billions of different there's a billion, billions of people on the planet. So it's different for every one of us. But it's all about getting back to that inner core. Um okay, so something your intuition is whispering to you. 5 of Wands, oppression. Um, um, I gonna go. Oh yeah. Voice of the Souls Oracle. Guide number 15. Secrets 28. Mirror effect 13. Um, your intuition is guiding you. The secrets card. Maybe there's something you've been holding back, keeping secret because you feel like it's not acceptable. That you're going to be shunned or shamed or ostracized or something like this. There's some there's something that there's some part of you that you've been holding back, that you have tried to sweep under the carpet. And as you do this cleansing, as you do this deep dive, this is going to come to the surface. Where have you been not feeling like you could be authentic because of the risk that comes with that? Yeah. Yeah, and understanding this mirror effect. This is that knowing. See, how do I say this? This is it's it's that our world reflects what's going on within us on every level, whether we're conscious of it or not. So if we are experiencing some kind of, let's see, if we're seeing things in our world that make us feel uncomfortable, that cause pain, that yeah, like there's something within us that is being triggered. That's that part that needs to be looked at, cleared out. And sometimes doing that in a physical sense will help move things within. But there's it's all the good and it's all the not good. Like whatever you see out in your world is a reflection of you. And so it's everything that you appreciate. It's all, oh my gosh. And there's a there's kind of a lunar eclipse. Actually, that looks more like a solar eclipse, doesn't it? No, because that's the moon. Anyway, um there's the cycle again, this period of time of really doing that deep dive and looking at what is being reflected back to you. What Where have you been feeling like oppressed? And this is not only that oppression that comes in that is happening externally, but also that you've learned through your life, where you oppress yourself or oppress others or oppress ideas or yeah. um your intuition is guiding you to to let go of the control, the need to control, as a form of self-protection, because what it's actually doing is hurting you rather than helping you, even though um, that was initially created as a form of self-protection. You you are being guided by the universe. This we yeah, it's learning to listen to the intuition, like I was talking about. It's quiet, but it's persistent. At a certain point, you can't ignore it anymore. Okay, so something you can set in motion for your future. Seven of Worlds breakthrough. Um, I'm going to go with some spirit animal oracle cards. Hmm. Okay, breakthrough. Um, yeah, okay. It's very exciting. Owl spirit, you see clearly now, 43. Mouse spirit, tend to the small things, number 40. My one card in this deck that my cats actually got to, the mouse. um, Wasp spirit, sometimes life stings, 64. Okay. So in order to see clearly, you have to tend to the small things. Yeah, it's just like I was saying. You got to clean up, cleanse, purge, remove, um, release, let go on all the different levels. And know and know this is knowing that yeah, life can really suck balls sometimes. I mean, it's just a part of being human. And I think very often we find ourselves feeling like, why? It's like we're railing against this idea of like, why can't things be good all the time? Why is this happening to me? Why do things always have to be bad? Or thoughts like this. And it's kind of getting into that Buddhist mindset, that Zen mindset of it is what it is. We don't need to suffer over our suffering. Um, it's about accepting and allowing when things happen that are difficult, knowing it's going to happen. And so when it does, we're like, ah, okay, here we go. Here's another curveball. Here's another, you know, thing that I have to deal with. Um, but it's like, in that acceptance, rather than trying to control things and keep back the bad, it's like, okay, it's that idea that things happen, and sometimes we have no control over what happens to us, but we do always have control over our response to what's happening. And so again, everything's being brought back to us, to clearing away so we can get to that pearl within. And sometimes it's those most difficult, I I'd venture to say always, it's the most difficult stuff that brings us the most growth. Yeah. So, so your higher, let's see, the higher information coming. Oh, and so breakthrough. I forgot to finish. There's a huge breakthrough that is that you're at that precipice of a breakthrough if you haven't already gotten through this, and we can have many breakthroughs, because it's like peeling the onion. And but there's some kind of major breakthrough here for you that has to do with uncovering, getting down to that deepest part and uncovering that pearl. Okay. So, higher information coming through for you. We have trust. 7 of Wands. Sorry, 6 of Wands. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I want a different deck. Um, um, hmm. Yeah, Numerology deck is calling to me. Um, Individuality, Number 11. Self-discipline, 41. Follow your dreams, 85. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Um, individuality. Yeah, focusing on what makes you unique, right? Where was that? Uniqueness. Um, and self discipline. Okay, so this is this cleaning up, this cleansing, this releasing, this letting go, this tending to the small things. Um, knowing that to uncover that pearl, you got to do the work. You just do. But this is all a part of following your dreams, of getting to that abundance, um, calling in, manifesting that abundance, and trusting that you are on the right path, that you're exactly where you need to be in this moment. Everything that has happened to you up to this point was supposed to happen. You were supposed to be right here in this moment. Um, yeah. This is I'm feeling very much like Dark Night of the Soul. This is very, very intense. But like I said in the beginning, the payoff is huge. And if you choose not to do this, that is your choice, and that's fine. Um, you're just going to find, you know, there's always that stuff to deal with, and you can ignore it for a while, but it's still there. So anyway, how this lunar eclipse will change you. Reflection. I think it's appropriate to end with the Moonology deck. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn, happen- which happens in Cancer season. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Yeah. um, whatever you've been going through, this dark night of the soul that I'm feeling on a personal level, and that I'm feeling in within the collective, it's coming to to an end. It has been very difficult, but it's through working through those fears, recognizing, okay, so there's the acronym of fear: false evidence appearing real. When those fears pop up, sitting with the fear, letting it be there, and being letting yourself be okay with having the fear. We all have fear on some level. And as you do this, as you sit and allow that fear to be there, because the fear is being given to you, fed to you by your ego that's trying to protect you. So it's not like, there's nothing wrong with feeling afraid. That's a part of what keeps us safe in this world. But sometimes those fears are unfounded. And as you work through those fears, as you give your attention to them, but not in a way of dwelling on them, as a way of acknowledging that they're there for a reason, but that they don't have to hold you back. It's the hero's journey. You feel the fear, you push forward anyway. That is going to help you build this momentum. And if, you feel better and better, and this reflection, you're learning. It's like, okay, so you're going to be reflecting. Oh, how do I say this? What is reflected back to you, this mirror effect, is going to start changing. You're going to start seeing the physical evidence of all this cleansing, clearing, releasing, letting go. You're it's gonna You're gonna feel new. You're gonna feel different than you do right now. It might be helpful to write down um, what's going on with you, just so that you can revisit it and remember what you've been going through, because we are so adaptable. We forget how difficult things are in the moment. Things change and we're like, oh, yeah, everything's fine. Oh, I don't even, wait, did I go through something? I don't know. But this reflection, this is a reflecting on, all the things, on yourself, being able to reflect on where you've been versus where you're going, um, who you've been versus who you want to become. When you get to that other side, or when you get to this new place, you're gonna see things very differently. But yeah, it's like cleaning the windows, cleaning the mirrors. If Yeah, I want to say, Rebecca, the Broken Key Oracle. She talks about, if you're looking in a dirty mirror, or you're looking in kind of a stagnant, swampy pond, you're only going to be able to see so much. What you see is distorted. But you clear that, and then what you see, then you see the true reflection. So anyway, I got to end this. It's going long, but this is a massive, deep, deep change that is bringing in whatever it is. It's bringing in the ability to manifest what it is that you want, and you're going to come to a place where you realize that you want something totally different than what you did before, or even what you do now. Everything's shifting. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and eclipse season. And I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. Thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and leave a comment if it resonates.